So we're out prospecting today. We've just exposed an outcrop here. You have tuff and a schistose rock with stringer quartz veins. So what we're doing is we're just checking to see this, and we didn't see any mineralization on it other than a few occasional specks of your malachite staining. And you can see lots and lots of quartz here. Kind of opens up into a bigger quartz vein down here and heads over this way. So what we're looking for here is where this intersects with a fault zone on the outer side of the hill, because there is a bunch of deposits about a half a kilometer away, and what we're looking for is just where those intersect. So we're going to go and take a look, see if we can find anything today, and if not, at least we got a good hike. Alright, so we're a good 50 meters away from that last outcrop. Again, you have more quartz here. We are in the exact same line as the other quartz vein and outcrop. Go another couple meters away, you have more quartz and a steep hill slash bluff. So we're gonna go down to the bottom and see if we can find anything there. So we got more quartz here, a little bit of oxidization on that, a little bit of pyrite mineralization, but not anything great. Probably came from up on the that outcrop up there. So we didn't find anything. There's a lot of overgrowth, and there's a lot of logging that's kind of put stumps and everything everywhere. So what we're doing is we're going to be taking some soil samples, and we're going to be sending those in for testing, do ultra fine tracing for 50 elements, and we're going to see what we can get. So when you're soil sampling, you want to auger down about a meter, as close to your subcrop as possible, and you want about a kilogram for your samples. So we don't know how accurate this is going to be because there has been logging done recently, but we're hoping that they haven't disturbed down to the subcrop layer. Alright, so a little bit of oxidization there. That's a good sign. This is going to be our first sample. We're going to take a little bit more out of the hole. And what we're going to do is we're going to pan one of these out. We'll take an extra one. So we'll take 6 samples and we'll pan one out, and then the other ones we'll send into a lab. So that way we can determine if there is any mineralization or any mineral in close proximity to this outcrop. Alright, so the reason why we're going to be soil sampling here is we are in a known area of mineralization. There's a whole bunch of mines just north of me, and I know there has been no exploration on this part of the mountains, so we want to check it out before we completely write this area off. There's a lot of outcrops, and just with recent logging, everything is exposed, so we'll see what we find. Alright, so our next spot is at the base of this gully here. So there's a couple types of soil sampling you can do. There's a detailed survey and then there's a broad survey. Our interval spacing is 10 meters in between each sample, and we're spanning this entire outcrop here, and we're going to do pretty well the whole thing. See if we can find any anomalies in the soil. Alright, so this is our 5th sample we've taken. Obviously the soil is very wet, so we're not going to be able to classify it down. What you want to do is classify it down to 80 mesh. Take out the nugget effect. Obviously when you're soil sampling too, you want to wear gloves. Take off your rings. You don't want a chunk of your ring breaking off in there. Alright, so we're just heading back to the truck now. We got our 5 samples and our 6th sample, which we're going to pan out. So there's a couple things you want to remember when you're soil sampling. If your material is wet, you're not going to be able to classify it. So one good thing you can do is you can take it home and put it in a blender, blend it, use a hairdryer, dry it out, and dry your sample that way before you send it in. If you're going to be just panning and doing sediment sample testing like that, then you don't have to worry about that. Alright, so we're just at this outcrop here. It's got a little bit of oxidization on it, and it's mainly leaching down from your overburden there. So we just wanted to take a quick sample here, and we'll bring this and we'll pan that out as well. See if we have anything in there. One, two, three, 4, 5 samples we're sending in for testing, and then we got 2 more we're going to pan out, and we'll show you those right now. So it's a couple days later and we're going to pan those samples out. First thing you want to do, clean off your pan really well. Don't want to cross-contaminate any samples. There's your first sample. Surprised at how many rocks are in here. Maybe we should have classified this one. But that is a good sign that you're close to your bedrock layer. Not seeing anything special. Few black sands. Oh yeah, I got a little bit of sulfides in there. No gold or anything, but at least that, I think that's sulfides. Black sand and a bit of sulfides. So that's alright. Alright, let's see the next one. Again, lots of rocks. So this is just from above that outcrop. We augured in about half a meter above the outcrop to get this material. So this outcrop is 60 meters away from where we took that last one we just panned out. Looks like some black sands. Yeah, we got a lot more sulfides in it than the last one. Quite a few actually. Might be a speck or two of gold in there. Hard to tell, so fine. But the test will tell us. Alright, stay tuned for the assay results from the samples next.